We're in my bathroom this morning, not because I'm going to go to the bathroom, but because I want to show you something you can do at the sink to sneak some movement back into your world. So when we're sneaking movement in, what we're trying to get in are the movements that are missing. And one of the movements that's missing from our vocabulary is this forward flexion of the pelvis, where the pelvis tips forward at the hip socket. Most of us bend forward rounding over, and you can see it tucks me under. This is a movement we make all day. When we're sitting in chairs, we tend to sit back, not up high. We tend to sit back, tucked under. Lean back on the couch, tucked under even more. And this tucking under is a problem because the psoas muscle back here is in extension. The curve in your spine gets flattened out that should exist. And these iliac muscles are always, the hip flexors are always in contraction, but you're not actually flexing at the pelvis. You're just shortening those muscles while you overextend these. It also puts a lot of weight on the sacrum and shortens the pelvic floor. We got a lot of pelvic floor disorder in this country, and a lot of it is that we never get the pelvic floor to extend those muscles. We've talked about this before. Muscles need to be able to extend and contract and relax. If your pelvic floor is always contracted, not a strong muscle. Problem. Okay, so here's where you can sneak this movement in. So the movement is to be able to tip forward, keeping that curve. You might want to go look in a mirror and see, because I have people all the time who start here and immediately get to here and don't notice they've lost their curve. So you can put your hand back here and feel if the curve disappears, but not everybody can tell that. I would look in a mirror. And then here's where it happens. We go to wash our face and you'll find you've tucked under. You brushing your teeth and you go to spit, you're tucked under. There's nobody at home. You can have the bathroom to yourself and you can stick your rear end out and bend over by flexing at the pelvis. True flexion. This is not a hard movement to sneak in, but you're going to be amazed how rarely you do it. Bending over to pick things up. Do you bend at the waist and tuck under? Can you bend over this way and then bend your knees as much as you need to? I know my head just went out of camera, but you'll live. But this is this simple place. Every time you're at a sink, catch yourself. I promise you, you are tucked under. Untuck that tailbone, let yourself go into flexion, rinse your face, spit your toothpaste out, wash your hands. No more tucking. We do that enough. We got to add these other movements in. That's today's sneaky little movement to create balance in our bodies. Go.